Hello and welcome to the I Can Do podcast with Benjamin Lee. We're here to talk about tips and strategies to have an I Can Do mindset when it comes to faith, family, fitness, and food. Let's go. Here's your host, Benjamin Lee.
Last Friday, I had some family members over at the house. We were celebrating a birthday. My sister, she had a birthday last week, so we got together last Friday to celebrate. Actually, one of the things that we did for fun, we played a game, and there's this really great company called Ultra Speaking. And if you're not familiar with Ultra Speaking, let me know, and I'd love to share more about it with you. So on their platform of games, it's kind of like a flight simulator that helps you with public speaking and getting more comfortable being in the moment and speaking on the fly and really just kind of being able to navigate the turbulence that comes with public speaking. My sister gave this really great talk where she just spoke for a few minutes, and it was really powerful, and I want to share some of those thoughts with you. And what stood out to me with her talk was this idea of get back in. Get back in. So she shared this story when me, her, and my mom, my dad was not around for the most part when I was growing up. So we had a lot of memories. We lived in apartments for most of our lives, and there was one particular apartment complex in Urbana, Illinois, that had this pool in the middle of the apartment complex. So it had all these apartments, and then right in the middle was this pool. And I have so many great memories of learning how to swim in that pool. The shallow end was 3 feet. The deep end was 8 feet. And that 8 feet at that time, can't remember exactly how old I was, but that 8 feet felt like 20 feet. So my sister shared with us how there was a moment that really changed so much for her. It was a very important childhood moment. She was learning how to swim. So for the most part, she would stay in the shallow end. But slowly she gained confidence and went closer and closer to the deep end. But she didn't go all the way. So, you know, the rope that divides the shallow from the deep. So she would hold on to that rope quite a bit. Well, she got bold one day, I guess, and as she was holding onto that rope, maybe she put her head underneath that rope, and she started going further into the deep end. But didn't work out the way that she wanted it to. So there was this moment where she felt like she was drowning, and maybe she could have drowned if someone didn't help her out of that deep end. You can imagine the fear and the nervousness. And I didn't know this part of the story, where she shared with us how she went back into the house or back into our apartment. And she told Mom what happened. And my mom, very gentle woman, very compassionate woman, no doubt, probably gave her a hug and comforted her. But then she told her, get back in. When I heard those words, I was amazed. You know, my mom has been a big motivator for me for so many years. She always has this positive mindset. And as I look back to see where I am today, she's had such a big impact on me. And even now, listening to these words that she shared with my sister, she continues to have a big impact upon me. I'm hoping that her words will have a big impact on you. Get back in. Well, my sister did that. She got back in, and in the process of time, she learned how to swim, and eventually she was going to the bottom of the deep end, sitting at the bottom. You know, I used to sit at the bottom of the deep end and then push off. And that is one of the benefits when we get back in. Look, it could be with a pool example. It could be with so many examples. Maybe on the football field or the baseball field or basketball court where maybe we don't make the shot, maybe we strike out, maybe we don't accomplish what we want to get done. Get back in. Far too often we want to stay in the shallow end of life, where it's safe and comfortable. There's not a lot of risk, not a lot of danger. Well, that works for a period of time. But eventually you're going to have to go underneath that rope. And you're going to have to start exploring the deeper parts of life, and maybe the parts that are scary and that are intimidating. But these are the moments and the parts that are going to be so essential for your growth. When you fail or stumble or don't accomplish maybe what it is that you thought you would that first time, that's okay. It's okay to be comforted. It's okay to be discouraged. But you can't stay in that shallow end. Get back in. Keep going. And keep pushing and keep striving to go further, staying on the edge and not being content, being in the shallow end, but getting out there and seeing just how far you can really go. And I will tell you, you will be amazed at how far you can really go. But the first step you're going to have to do, you're going to have to get back in. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, I want to encourage you from my sister's talk. I want to encourage you from the words my mom told her, and now that I have been encouraged by as well. Get back in and watch what happens. Take care, and God bless.